You might remember one of our old friends, psychic Matt Fraser.
He's got a new book out, and he has his girlfriend, pageant queen Alexis Papajotis. They're starring in a new reality show called Meet The Frasers. Check out a clip from the show.
Dating a psychic with a crazy Italian family is definitely not easy.
I look orgasmic.
I think you're obsessed with yourself.
I am fucking good looking. Like, I know it.
Well, okay.
Alexa talks about marriage almost every single day.
Not almost, every single day.
That's funny because we asked him about when unbeknownst to us, we're like, hey, have you set a date yet? Just kidding. Wait, so Matt, we'd love to have you back, but I got to ask Alexa first. Like, what is it like to be dating a psychic? Because can he constantly be reading your thoughts? Is he saying that people are around
Good
you?
question.
That is a great question. I actually love when people ask me that because I feel like they expect me to say, it's a little creepy, but it's not. Like, I have gotten so used to it. I love his line of work.
Does he read you?
He does. He
like
does.
all the time over coffee? Like
all
hey,
the time.
Hey, by the way, I'm your aunt's right there.
Well,
like,
so it's funny that you say that because it's actually a little bit different. It's not so much like my dead grandmother. It's more like, you're really hungry, like you need to eat this, or like you're having this stomach pain because of this, and like I don't know, it's like just more casual things.
How did this whole thing come about? How did it's on VH1, right?
No, it's going to be on E! Entertainment.
E! Entertainment. I
E!
apologize.
Entertainment,
E!
very
Entertainment.
different.
I apologize.
But no, we actually met on Instagram. You know,
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I slid in the DMs.
That's
You did.
awesome, though.
That's how you do it in 2020.
really? I
Well,
thought you were
2019.
dating apps. You just like direct messenger on
That's it.
Instagram?
That's it.
Literally.
That's what we do today. That's the new
That
trick.
was
And
it.
it's been 3 years, though. So how
It's
did,
been 3 weeks.
how did
Yeah.
he come to find you? And like, how did the whole show come about?
So it was crazy because one day I just got a call from MGM,
Yeah.
and they were like, hey, you know, we've seen you. We have people that, you know, have told us about you. We want to do a show about you and your family. Can you tell us a little bit about you? And then next thing you know, literally 2 weeks later, there's, you know, people calling up and crews coming down. And it took them 2 years to really learn about our family and, you know, the type of people we were and our
years.
It was a
personalities.
whirlwind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got the Rhode Island Italian thing going on. You've got a crazy loud family, and then your family has to blend, and they're not exactly wallflowers either.
Oh, no. They blend perfectly. And that's how, like, I feel like we knew we were meant to be when we introduced our parents for the first time, and it was like, your dad and my stepdad were completely the same. Our moms were completely the same. Our sisters were completely the same. And we were like, all right, this is going to
This
work
is
out just
insane.
fine.
It's like
yeah.
Meet the Fockers, but
It
Meet the
is.
Frasers.
It
Meet the
is.
Frasers.
Meet the Frasers, right.
That's fantastic. Now, you're in the pageant system,
Yes.
correct? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was Miss Rhode Island Teen USA in 2017, and then recently I've gone to compete at Miss Rhode Island USA because I really, really want to go to Miss USA.
Wow.
So I'm going to compete this year for the last time.
Okay.
And so fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
And then you'll be
crossed.
asking Matt what his predictions are. No, okay.
I don't get involved
Well,
in that.
yeah.
So, but you know, for our viewers, they might remember Matt from coming to the show, but also, you know, you've been around Mohegan Sun. Your events always sell out. How old were you when you realized you had this gift?
Oh boy, you know, I was really, I want to say 3 years old when I first had my first experience of seeing someone who had passed on. It was my grandmother who had passed on, and she came back to visit me, and it was so real that I really didn't even realize that my grandmother had passed. She would come back and literally sit on my bed and talk to me at night and be right there just like I'm seeing you. And it was something that I was afraid of in the beginning. I pushed it away for years and years and years. And then as I got older, I realized, you know, this is a gift. This is a calling. You know, I didn't always feel that way. I actually missed my calling a little bit. I started my career as an EMT, where I worked for the Security Operations Department at the World Trade Center. And then from there on, I went to see a medium myself. It changed my life, and I started reading people publicly. And then next thing you know, I started doing audience readings, and here I am today.
So the show is, are we going to see you read people
Absolutely,
on the show? Okay.
It's my full life. It's, you know, this show is all about my live readings. It's about my family, my personal life, Alexa and I, our relationship, and what it's like living with the dead.
Well, your mother's a psychic too, right?
She is. She's a psychic too.
And you've got a book out.
And I have a book out
Tell us.
it's called When Heaven Calls.
Okay.
And if you see me on the cover, it's me holding a bunch of phones, because that's what it's like for me. There's always people talking in my ear.
Like right
dead
now,
people.
you see
Like
people
right
around
now.
us? Like
There's- all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
So
I
if
mean,
If heaven called me, I'd hang up. No, I'm just
See,
kidding.
that's why you're not a medium. That's
No, well,
why my
I'd
books.
accept the phone call in about 30, 40 years.
But you know what, Scott? I hung
What
up.
if it's just a message?
If
Not
it's just
like
a message, okay,
here.
good.
A little voicemail.
Listen, I
it's
hung
a
up
message,
for
I'll
many
take it.
years. For many years, I hung up the phone. I didn't want to hear them. I didn't want to hear from dead people. I didn't want to hear about the other side. And that's really what my book's about. It's about the reason why I pick up the phone, you know, because now I have dead people talking to me all the time. I mean, it's incredible that even when I go out places, when I'm in a different setting, you know, I'll hear the voices of the departed.
Well,
And
we're
you have
happy
a-
that someone live is sitting next to you, Alexa.
Right.
Thank
But
God.
Thank God.
You know, so many people have said that when they have been read by you and we've watched it happen, it was so incredible. And you actually have a show coming up in Connecticut. It's called Medium with a Message. That'll be happening at the Portuguese Cultural Center in Danbury. For details on how to go see Matt, you can go to meetmattfraser.com.
And Meet the Frasers premieres on E! Entertainment Network in February. If I were psychic, I would have known that. Thank you, Matt and Alexa.